Good day, everyone. Welcome to our speaker series. My name is Emil Derinda from SSTC School of Professional Development. Today, we'll focus on blockchain technology and its implementation in the area of halal supply chain. Today, we have Muhammad Rafiq from iBantu. What are the features of blockchain technology that can transform the halal supply chain industry?
So, if we were to speak about the features, one of the greatest feature of blockchain technology will be you probably have seen this, read about it, the immutability of the record. So, what exactly does it mean, right? So, it means to say that it is not possible to make changes to the records, right? Because I think I do get these questions also, what exactly blockchain is all about and why is there a big hoo-ha about it? This is one of the greatest features of the blockchain technology, that you are not able to tamper the records, right? So having said that, that means you cannot have a fake ID or a fake certificate, right? Because there is no way that you can actually tamper with the records. So it translates to that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So just to give you an overview of what exactly it translates to, right? So we have the technology. So yes, so we have the technology. So what does that mean? So this is what it translates to.
So when we talk about halal supply chain, what does that imply?
All right. So if you were to see about this whole halal supply chain or the halal industry itself, well, halal industry is a growing industry, right? And at the same time, we also have technology evolving faster than before, right? And we have users who are what we call the digital natives, right? They just use their phone or their devices all the time, every time. Okay? So if you were to take a look back at how halal was probably 40 years ago, it's just based on a trust. I'm Muslim. I go to this shop who is also owned by a Muslim, and just based on that trust, on the basis of faith, I purchase a kilo of beef from him or mutton from him, right? Then as time goes by, then we shift towards having a halal product. That means a product itself or a product approach. That means the product itself has been certified halal by a particular body. It can be sold by a person who is non-Muslim. So you see the shift here, right? So what happens now is that all the stress or all the eyes are now will be on the body itself, right? Or it will be on the organization or the shop that is selling the meat itself. Okay. Then next, if we were to go one step further, so where do we? And then we come back to food being imported from other countries, right? Or from other regions, regions where probably they are not predominantly Muslims, or region where there is not we don't exactly have a halal body like how we do have in Singapore, in Malaysia, or in these regions. Then the question of traceability comes. So there is this concern from earlier on. If you recall, I mentioned that it's just me and the seller, right? I know him, he knows me, we're probably family friends.
Right.
And then we move on to an organization where the product itself is sold by a non-Muslim or of different faith, and he confirms to the halal standards of that particular jurisdiction or the country itself. Then we start importing food. So where does this food comes from? So then people want to know where exactly the source is up to the destination where it lands, right? So with blockchain, all of these points, right? Or we could say, I mean, if we were to talk from data perspective, then I could say all of these data points, right? Where are they from? Okay, so then the need for the Muslim consumer today has also changed. right? Because I want to know where exactly from. If you were to ask anyone or tell something to anybody today, the first thing that they would do, they will go on Google and check. Am I right?
Yes, that's right.
So we're going to come to a phase where people will start checking on networks, blockchain networks. When I tell you, look, I just bought this drink from so and so shop. All right, now just let me check that out. You probably go to the what we call the block explorers or blockchain networks and to see the authenticity of this particular product. Right? So with blockchain features, these immutable records, what what's going to happen is that all of these details can be tracked. So that means we can actually have a full view from the farm to the fork of my beef, where exactly it comes from.
Right.
Right? And the other thing that I also want to highlight is that with regards to halal risk management, if you were to see the halal risk management itself, halal supply chain risk management itself, it is passive. What do I mean by that? When I say it's passive, suppose we have a particular product that's being imported from country B, right? And it comes to the shores of Singapore, right? Goes through some import process, and then it goes to the retailers. From the retailers, it goes to all the homes, right? And after a few weeks, they realize that the meat or the product itself is not from the source which they claim it is from. Then we start taking action.
Right.
Right? So this is what I meant, that it has always been passive. But if you have a blockchain, if you have a blockchain enabled system to track from the beginning, from the source up to the destination, at any point, if there is an anomaly, right, what can happen? We can send triggers out to the relevant authorities, so we can actually save, or we can save a lot of things.
Right. Yeah. So it
Even
stops
cost
at,
and all
it
that
doesn't
thing.
go through
Yeah.
the entire supply chain. It
Yes.
stops where the problem arises.
Exactly.
I see. Right. So with the workshop that you'll be running in the area of halal supply chain, what would be the takeaway for participants attending this workshop?
So for the participants who are attending our workshops, we believe in having a hands-on session, a practical session for the participants, right? Because I myself have been doing a lot of reading, attending courses before, 1.5 years ago, but it will not be anything like having a full hands-on session on what we are actually explaining. Because blockchain or any other technology, for most people or most of the time, it is actually quite abstract. So when you attend the course at SSTC on our blockchain courses, any of our blockchain courses, we will give you access. We will give you access, a 30-day free trial access to you for your organizations to have a feel of what exactly is this that people are talking about. What is this blockchain? What is this Web3? How can it be of use to the organization? So coupled with us facilitating the class, giving you our experiences, our first-hand experiences that we have in implementing these solutions in these regions, right? You will be able to have definitely a better picture of what exactly this is, how it can be used to solve the issues that you are facing in your organization.
That's excellent. Thank you very much, Rafiq.
Okay, thank you, man.